The alchemist, Silas, sat in the center of the stone chamber, his posture rigid, his awareness focused inward. Before him lay the great work, not in beakers or crucibles, but mapped upon a parchment of lined paper, a blueprint of his own internal anatomy. He began at the foundation, deep within his own physical form. He centered his consciousness at the base of his spine, the root where the circuit must be established. He whispered the sacred syllable, El, grounding himself. He felt the weight of his mortal body, the heavy, sluggish flow of what the diagram called the blue star state. It was the condition of unawakened humanity, blood-rich in cold iron, lacking the divine spark, moving with a negative polarity, -1. He was the Tin Man of legend, a construct of physical matter waiting for a heart to be granted by the divine wizard. Silas drew a deep, deliberate breath, commencing the ascension. He visualized his spine as the staff of Moses. It was the central pillar of the temple. To rise, he needed balance. On his left side, he stabilized the orange pillar of Venus, female sign, quieting his passions into a steady hum of devotion. On his right, he solidified the green pillar of Mercury, sharpening his intellect into a focused beam. Between these pillars, up the 33 vertebrae of his spinal column, the 33 degrees of ascent, the twin serpents began to uncoil. They were the energies of the sun and moon, gold and silver, rising in a helical dance. They pushed upward, demanding passage through the heavy seas of his lower nature. As the serpentine energy reached his chest, Silas initiated the crucial transmutation described in the bottom margin of his map. He performed the parting of the Red Sea. He inhaled. It was not merely a physical intake of atmosphere. It was an invocation of the Holy Ghost, the divine spiritus carried on the wings of air. This sacred oxygen rushed into his lungs, the alchemical furnace. There the great miracle occurred. The incoming spirit met the dormant, blue, iron-heavy blood. The contact was electric. The iron within him ignited with divine oxidation. The cold blue tide was instantly scorched into a brilliant, vibrant red star, +1. This was the true baptism by fire, the moment the physical vehicle was infused with solar consciousness. The energy surged higher, entering the sacred chamber of the heart. Before this moment, his heart had been merely an iron heart, a mechanical pump for survival. But as the highly charged, oxygenated red blood flooded the organ, it transformed. It became the brave, heart, love of Christ. It burst into metaphysical flames within his chest, the veritable sacred heart depicted by the ancients, radiating a heat that was both love and raw power. The red energy of the blood and the transformed heart rose to meet the descending blue energies of his mind. They converged in the center of his being, forming the vesica piscis, the overlapping spheres shown on the diagram. In that sacred intersection, the duality of red, +1, and blue, -1, resolved into the 0 point of purple creation, 0. The egg of new potential was formed. Saturn, H, provided the structure for this new reality, while the latent potential within the blue sphere, subset of, was finally unlocked. The circuit was now fully established from root to crown. The phrase, "power on when full," echoed in his mind. Silas turned his inner gaze upward to the apex of his being, the crown of his head, depicted on the map as a golden triangle. He called out to the highest aspect of the divine governor, Jupiter, Jupiter, Juta, Zeus. The response was instantaneous. From the celestial realm, through the open gate of the triangle, the unified lightning bolt descended. It was the weapon of Thor, the authority of Zeus on his given day of Thursday. The divine lightning struck the purple egg in the center of his consciousness. The circuit completed with a deafening internal thunderclap. The transmutation was final. Silas exhaled slowly. The heavy, blue iron of his past was gone, sublimated into a vessel of light. He opened his eyes, no longer just a man of clay, but awoken to his potential as the risen one.